we are so corrupt in our hearts, so bent towards sin, so in love with ourselves and our worldly pleasures, we cannot believe. It is morally impossible for one who is in love with the darkness to walk into the light. What is needed is a resurrection, an awakening. So picture it like this. What is freedom for Pelagius and Augustine? For Pelagius, freedom is, I don't know what this word is, the thing that goes tick-tock in a metronome, whatever that is, that little stick up there. This is sin, and this is the devil, and this is unbelief over here. This is God, this is righteousness and faith over here. For Pelagius, freedom is being poised right here and containing in yourself the ultimate capacity to determine, I could go this way or I could go this way. That is freedom. And that's what a lot of you think freedom is. That's not what the Bible thinks freedom is. In fact, such a thing doesn't exist today in the universe. Anywhere. Not even in heaven. Well, what is it? And what is freedom if it's not being poised sweetly and delicately between good and evil, able out of yourself to produce goodness or godliness? What is it then? Since we are all dead, we are locked down over here when we're born. That's the doctrine of original sin. We inherited our guilt and our corruption from Adam, and we are bent coming out of the womb. You don't have to be taught to be bad. So here we are, locked down, hating good, loving ourselves, exalting our pride. And we need to be set free. We need an awakening. We need a resurrection. And God, the Holy Spirit, causes us to be born again. What is that? That means opening your eyes to see this as supremely valuable. And when you see that as supremely valuable, you don't go here. God doesn't raise people from the dead in the new birth to go poised, neutral. I will now decide whether I will be godly or whether I will be satanic, whether I'm believing or be unbelieving. That's not what the new birth is. The new birth says, there. Now you are God's, and you are believing. Your eyes are open, and you now see Him so valuable that you are enslaved to Him. Let me read a verse. This is Romans 6:17. Thanks be to God. Now notice who's getting the thank you. That's very important. Not thank you to me. Thanks be to God that you who once were slaves of sin. That's where we start. You don't start here, you start here. Once you were slaves of sin, thanks be to God that though you were slaves of sin, you have become obedient from the heart, having been set free from sin and having become slaves of righteousness. There are only two kinds of people in the world biblically: slaves of sin and slaves of righteousness. So what is freedom? Freedom is being so in love with Christ that you do exactly what you want to do and it accords with His will. Freedom is doing what you want to do and not regretting it in 1,000 years. Freedom is seeing and savoring the supremacy of Christ so intensely that you are His totally. That's freedom. The more satisfied you are in Jesus, the more free you are. The more you see Him, the more free you are. The more you savor Him, the more free you are. The more you trust Him, the more free you are. Freedom is not suspension between good and evil, containing within your sovereign self the wherewithal to be this or to be this. That is not freedom, and nobody lives there. Freedom is to be so mastered by God, that we become rational suddenly. We become free to know Him, love Him, delight in Him, be satisfied in Him. That's freedom.